Hey everyone, for those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Michelle. I'm from Toronto, Canada. I've been living with type 1 diabetes for over 16 years, and this is a type 1 diabetes lifestyle channel where I make all sorts of diabetes related videos. I recently switched from the Medtronic Paradigm 554 insulin pump to the Tandem t:slim X2 insulin pump at the beginning of April, and since I've been using the t:slim X2 for 2 months now, I thought it was a good idea to make an update/review video to tell you how I've been liking the pump so far. And if you want to know why I went with this insulin pump in the first place, definitely check out this video up here where I explain that. Over the past 2 months of using the t:slim X2, I've definitely learned a lot about the pump, including things that I really like about it and things that I don't like. Overall, I am super happy with my decision to go on the t:slim X2, and I would definitely not change my choice. This video is to simply give you a list of my likes and my dislikes of this insulin pump, and please keep in mind that these are my personal opinions, these are not facts. So if you are using this t:slim X2 insulin pump as well, I want to hear your personal likes and dislikes, so make sure to tell me in the comment section down below. And before we start this video, I just want to give a personal update for those of you who have been following my YouTube channel for a couple years now. You know that I've been working very hard on getting my PhD in medical physics, and I am thrilled to announce that finally I defended my PhD and I am now Dr. Lord. I was in university for 10 years and I'm so excited to move on and get a professional career started. And I just wanted to update all of you guys because I know I've talked about my PhD a lot on this channel. Enough about me, let's move on to the video. Okay, so let's start with things that I like about the t:slim X2. The first thing I like, and the reason actually why I went with this pump, is that it has an integrated continuous glucose monitor. So my Dexcom G5, which you can see here on my arm, transmits my blood sugar directly from the sensor here onto my insulin pump. So on my screen, I see my blood sugar in real time, which is so helpful. Now I don't need to have a receiver nearby, so I was using my cell phone before, and I constantly had to make sure that my cell phone was close to my body so that I could see my blood sugar. But now I can just leave my cell phone wherever because my blood sugar is on my pump, and obviously my pump is attached to me all the time. And also for correcting high blood sugars, if I see my blood sugars out of range, I can simply press a couple buttons and my pump will deliver a correction bolus to bring my blood sugar down. And once the Dexcom G6 and the Basal IQ feature comes to Canada, this pump will have a really cool feature where it suspends insulin delivery when your Dexcom predicts that you're going low. The second thing I really like about this pump is that there are so many options with respect to multiple user profiles, extended boluses, temporary basals. It really allows you to fine-tune your insulin delivery to fit your lifestyle. And the pump is just very personal. You can really make it your own with all the features that it has. The third thing I really like this pump is that it's very sleek and discreet. So I just took it out of the case here so you can see, but it's very thin, very modern looking. It's easy to wear with different clothes, especially in the summer. For girls, it's an issue, I know, so I find that I'm able to tuck this pump away in different compartments. I am planning on making a summer fashion video very soon where I show how I wear the t:slim X2 with different summer outfits. I'm also heading to Sicily soon. It's super hot there, and I know I'm gonna get a lot of experience wearing this insulin pump with different summer clothes, so once I get back from that trip, stay tuned for that video. And the fourth thing I really like about the t:slim X2 is that it's very user-friendly. Since I was on Medtronic pumps like this for 11 years, I was actually quite nervous to switch to a completely different company and a completely new pump. However, I found that the touchscreen interface on the t:slim X2 was so user-friendly and self-explanatory. I didn't have any trouble locating any features of the pump, and I actually felt really comfortable using the pump after one day, which I was very surprised by. Alright, now we're moving on to the dislikes. So I want to be totally open and honest with you guys about things that I don't like about this pump. Although these things I have to say are very minor and they never would have changed my opinion about choosing this pump. So the first First being that this thing sets off metal detectors. And I know I was warned about this during my training, but I feel like I might have just zoned out. And I was traveling to Vancouver recently, and I went through the metal detector and it set off the metal detector, and I was kind of taken off guard by it. My old pump here was all plastic, so I honestly would just walk through the metal detector and I wouldn't even say that I had any diabetes supplies, or I wouldn't even say that I had an insulin pump on. So I was very lucky to be able to just breeze through airport security as a type 1 diabetic. I know this is not typically the case. A lot of you guys have insulin pumps that set off metal detectors and you have to go through the whole full body pat down. So that's what I'll have to do now with this insulin pump. I've traveled a few times with it. So when I went to Vancouver, what I did on my way back is I said, hey, I'm wearing an insulin pump, it's gonna set off the metal detector. They're like, no problem, come through. Did a full body pat down. They swabbed my insulin pump for explosives, and then I carried on. Just as a side note, for airports where there is a full body scanner, which is different from metal detectors, I do not go through with this pump because you're not supposed to actually. It can cause malfunction. Pretty much overall, this isn't a big deal. It just makes it so that you take a bit more time at airport security. So I would say if you have this insulin pump and you know it's gonna set off detectors, give yourself more time when traveling, and that's it. The second thing that I don't like about this pump is the cartridge filling process. I find that there's a lot more steps involved and a lot more components. So this makes the cartridge filling process a little bit more complicated and lengthy, and it takes a while to get used to, I have to admit. I watched the instructional video on YouTube many times before I was comfortable doing it on my own. And then the third and the last thing I don't like about this insulin pump is the case that it comes with. So you can see here that I have the case on, and in order to clip your pump to anything, you have to have the case on it. It's not just a clip on its own. So this makes the pump a little bit more bulky. Also, this clip is not very durable, so I'll clip it to my bra, and I have had it actually fall out before. So it doesn't really keep your pump super secure, and this definitely wouldn't be my favorite clip mechanism I've used for an insulin pump. I have been recommended 2 other clips from Amazon. I actually just ordered them, so I'm gonna link them down below. I haven't tried them personally, so I can't tell you whether or not they work, but they were recommended to me by other type 1 diabetics who use the t:slim. So now I wanna hear from you guys. If you're on the t:slim X2, what is the best way to clip your pump to different parts of your clothing? What clip do you guys use, and what's your favorite case in general? Definitely leave a comment because I'm interested to hear, and also I'm sure there's a lot of people watching this video that would like to know as well. And that's it for my 2-month t:slim update. Of course, I've only been using this pump for 2 months, so I'm sure my opinion is going to change as time goes on, so I'll make sure to keep you guys updated with how I'm liking the insulin pump. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!